be live anyway. Oh, I've not got the right glasses on. That's probably a disaster.
Regular disaster. That's the normal technical difficulty that you can handle, though.
Okay. Can anybody hear us?
I
Oh,
hope people
no.
can hear us. Let us know if you can hear or even see us. It would be a bonus.
Pixel mark is a good shout.
I feel less pixelated and a better head size.
Oh, no. Oh, you are live. We can hear you. Simon is very quiet. That's always the case.
Always the case.
I'll try and... Can you hear me? Someone can hear me. Dennis can hear me. Simon's very quiet. And no.
As always.
Why? Let me try and see if there's anything I can't do anything. It's maxed out on OBS. I can't do anything. Good evening. Good evening from greetings from Zwolle.
Zwolle. Marvellous. Simon definitely whispering.
It's not just that Simon's input is set to the no. It's this microphone. Try and get my mouth even closer to it. Press the button.
Yes.
I'm using my better microphone, which is the one I always use for recording. I am bright. The mic is there. ASMR mode on. Sounds better now. It can't be any different. Oh, Mark is too loud. That doesn't surprise me.
Oh, how dare you!
Okay, look, I'll turn my Mark down. There. You speak again, Mark?
Better?
I don't
I'm
know.
still speaking.
Okay, I've turned you down quite a lot.
Okay, that's probably got to be a good thing.
Well, probably people will turn up their mics now. So let's hope. Yeah, it was a great puzzle, wasn't it? It was very clever. I've seen, was Shintaro in the chat once? I may be wrong. Oh, Codec, is that Penguin F Codec?
Yes, I believe it is. Hello from Sweden, Peter.
Seems very directional. Mark, too quiet. You are joking.
No, everybody has said that now I'm too quiet.
Okay.
Is there not a medium setting?
Okay, I've put Mark up again.
I could just sit in my room and yell.
I've tried to change Mark now, but hopefully these Mark is too quiet messages are delayed.
Mark is way too quiet. Mark now does the Cracking the Cryptic whisper.
Oh, I can't hear Mark. Mark wasn't talking.
I did stop talking for about 5 seconds.
Oh, Mark is better now.
No.
Fine, about
now
equal.
About equal.
Much better. Okay.
Good fixing.
Okay, that's great.
Hurrah. Is Mark being streamed from the 90s? I wish I was. I'd be younger.
Read that I redeemed that prompt. Don't change Mark.
Was there plans to have a new Mark?
And hello, Mark Bennett. I know you by another name. Olimar, hello. Oh, I think... did you do an Olimar last time, or have you got an Olimar to do today?
I've got an Olimar to do today. We looked at Olimar last time, and I panicked, and we didn't try it.
Okay. All 4 pixels of Mark look fantastic.
All 4.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
please, yes,
dear.
please like the stream if you like it. I mean,
Dear algorithm, I like this content. That's what ticking that like means.
so I think we've still got 5 puzzles to do from the pack.
Right. So 40 minutes each. No, that's not five
What?
into 120.
How long are you planning on streaming for?
24 minutes each. Should I, do you want me to begin, Simon?
I think so, because you've got 3 of them, haven't you?
Yeah.
Um,
So, I mean, what I mean is, do you want me to begin now?
oh yes, why not? Oh no 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 no! What just happened there? That was bad.
Have I disappeared?
Everything disappeared.
Everything has disappeared.
Yeah,
Everything has disappeared.
literally everything just disappeared, and I have no idea why. I'm trying
It's
to.
all back. It's all back.
I don't think it is.
It is.
Is it? Okay.
It came back on my screen.
That was scary as. Okay. That was, you see, that's what happened when what I wanted to do was make it so I could type in the chat. Now, okay, now I can type. Right, now Mark, start.
Oh, okay, right.
Go.
Normal Sudoku rules apply. Is it all right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, you keep an eye on the chat.
Oh, Waffles
Somebody's
the dog,
just sent
thank you.
a super chat. Right, digits along each grey line multiply to 600. Oh, and there's a knight's move restriction. I saw that earlier. I've got my little knight's move man out to remind me. And then we've got X's and V's that sum to 10 or 5. Right. So if every line multiplies to 600, the factors on them are 5 and 5. I know that. And 2 and 2 gets us to 100, and 2 and 3. So 3 2s are 3, any number of 1s, and 2 5s. Now, 2 5s is interesting because these little O's only dip outside one box very briefly. So I reckon they must get 5s outside their boxes. Ah, and now I know where the other 5 goes here, because 2 of the positions are ruled out, so it goes there. But the other 5 in box 2 is in one of those positions. And now the other digits, what did I say? It's almost not enough, is it? 3 lots of 2 is 8 times 3 is 24, so it is plenty. This is either an 8 and a 3, or a 4 and a 6 to make 24. We've got a V here as well, so that's 3 or 4 similarly.
Mark, hang on. We see you, and we will see you at I wish you would. Yeah,
What's happened?
Apparently, no, your screen isn't moving, which is.
Oh, you can't see me actually putting things in the grid.
That's really weird because I can on Discord. So what on earth is being picked up by OBS? No, OBS.
Oh, that's bizarre. Maybe it went wrong.
Mark Sol.
During. That's really strange.
Right. Okay, let me see if we can fix this. I don't know how, but that's really weird. What do you think it could be picking up then?
It must have frozen on the screen from a tiny bit earlier.
Oh, so if I cancel it and renew it, maybe that'll do it. You see, there it has updated. Just do something on the screen. Yeah, that's working now. That's so weird. Okay.
Right. Well, I was explaining how these 2 little lines needed 2 5s on, and that therefore each of them had to have a 5 in the box in which they only had 1 digit. The other digits, basically we're looking at 24 times 2 5s for every grey line in this that adds up to 600. So This is either a 3/8 pair or a 4/6 pair. And although I hadn't mentioned why, I've used the V's to have the low digits on. And I think this must be right so far, but now I'm going to have to move to the more interesting shaped lines in a way. And I don't mean that in any disparaging way. I just mean that they're complicated. Again, we need 1 5 in each box, so that's a 5. And then one of these two has to be a 5. And we need 2 5s here again. The 5 in box 8 must be there. Ah, and the 5 in box 7 is there. That fixes the 5 in box 4. Have I got all my 5s in the grid? Nearly. Need one in the central, in row 5, column 5, of course. Often the mark of a classy puzzle for some reason. Right, so that's all the 5s done. That feels good. Now we need 24. Now, what possible? We mustn't exceed 24 in these 4 cells. If we used 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 24. So that's what they must be. And that must be a 1. So we don't go above the 600 product on this. Oh, I was going to go, this is broken, but luckily that's an X, not a V. So that's one of the more useless pencil marks I've ever made. Now we've got a V over here. So these two also add up to 5 in row 5. So do these two. And this one can't be a 1 by Sudoku, so that can't be a 4. I feel like I'm scratching around a bit, but actually oh, there's a knight's move. A knight's move constraint. I'd forgotten that. So this one looks at that cell. Now, what I was saying was that if those 2 low digits in row 5 add up to 5, then these 2 low digits also add up to 5. And in box 4, that means these 2 do. So they are now a 2, 3 pair. And this is a 1, 4 pair. And this is a 3 and a 2. And now I can compare this second O in the 600K depiction with an 8. So that's not bad. This digit is now 6 or 9 on the X. Now, I've still got to sort out those. But I've also got to make these 3 multiply up to 24. There seems to be a fair amount of optionality about that, which is annoying. The other digits in row 5 are 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm never knowingly under pencil marked. Oh, 8 seems to be placed in box 4. The other digits are from 6, 7, and 9. How's it going on chat?
Yeah, that's great. I'm just chatting away.
Excellent. Got an X here. That doesn't seem that useful. So I've got to make, I'm going to colour these. These yellows have to multiply up to 24. Oh, hang on. No, nothing's gone wrong with that. How am I going to do this?
Oh, are you stuck?
I was wondering. Well, I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking. I wouldn't call myself stuck until I've been in a position to start to get very frustrated for 5 minutes. I don't know exactly what to look at next. 8. One of these is an 8. I was wondering if neither of these can be an 8, and we know that's true. Would it help if I could rule 8 out of that cell? Don't see why particularly. Or do I need a 1 somewhere? These don't even all have to be different, annoyingly. Oh, we've got the knight's move again. Don't forget the knight's move, Mark. How is it any help? The 8s don't see positions for 8. Ah, these are all different because of the knight's move. Now, does that make them No, it doesn't make them 2, 3, 4 because one of them can be a 1. But none of they have to be different from this digit as well. That sees them all 2. That's an interesting little foursome. So if that's a 1, this is 2, 3, and 4. If that's a 4, then none of these can be a 4. And I don't know what that means. Okay, Knight's move. What else is going on with the Knight's move? 3 can't be in those cells because of this. So it's in one of those. Almost interesting. Yeah, this is all about the Knight's move, I think, from this point. So what is good about the Knight's move next? It is this K, probably. Let me try and figure that one out. Oh no, 1, I suppose, can't be in those cells because of this. No, it's the fact that these are different. So if there was an 8, it would be here, and we would have 1 and 3 in these cells. And that would be 4. Gosh, I have a feeling that whatever is the next step is very obvious to a lot of people. That digit can't be in any of those, whatever it is. In one of these 2. Well, it couldn't be there if it was a 3, because this can't be a 7 on the yellow cells. So that 3 can't be in any of those cells in box 5. So it is in one of these. Ah, and they all see that. So that can't be 3. I have a feeling I've gone to by far the most complicated way of making a move, but I've done it. That's a 6. And this O works. Now they can't be 6s. Now one of those is a 6. And that means this digit can't be 6, but it doesn't mean anything for this one. 4 has to be in one of these 2 cells in box 5 now because of that and the Knight's move. So then it's somewhere up here in box 6. Well, that was an interesting bit of finding, but maybe it hasn't solved. Now, if that was a 6, these would have to multiply up to be 4. Oh, that won't work. They would have to be 1 and 4. And that would be impossible. So this is not a 4. This is 4. Now, this digit can't be a 4 by the Knight's move. It can't be 6 because that can't be 4. It is a factor of 24, though. So it's 1, 2, 3, or 8. Now, if it was 8, we looked at that. This is a 1, 3 pair. And that's a 2. That works. If it's 3, these multiply up to 8. They would have to be a 2, 4 pair. Bother. That works as well. So that's 2 different groupings that could go in the
stream.
cells.
Oh, so the stream just reconnected, it said.
Are people still able to see it?
I hope so. I'll keep an eye on the chat.
Okay, this X can't have a 1 or a 2 in it. So it's either 3, 7 or 4, 6. By Sudoku, 6 is ruled out of there, and 3 by Knight's move is ruled out of there. Does that get anything done there? Not quite. Oh, I need a 4 in column 4. There it is. And then, well, these now can't be 4. So the 4 in column 2 is in one of those cells. It's interesting. 4, 5, 1, 6. I mean, once I find out what these yellow cells are, I think I'm moving, but it's tricky. If that was a 1, these would have to be a 6-4 pair. If that was a 2, they would be a 3-4 pair. They all have to be different. If it was a 3, they're a 4, what was it? A 4-2 pair. But and that's always got 4 in it, unless they're an 8, in which case it's a 1-3 pair. Bother. This 6 sees all of those cells. And these 3 all see that cell, so that can't be 6, 7, 9 or 4, 8, 5. Hang on, that's vital. This is 1, 2, or 3 by elimination. Well, the only way this X is going to work now is 2 on top of 8. There we go. So this is a 1, 3 pair, and now this X will add up to the right number. That becomes a 4. That's a 1. That's a 9. Take 9 out of all of those cells, and now I can fill in the middle row. Now we're moving, surely. 6, 2, 8, 4, 5. That has to be a 1. Hope this is right. 3, 7, 9 there. 2, 8 in the box. This 7 sees both of those cells, so I can put 7 in there. And 3 and 9 is the knight's move resolving those. I can't see how it is. 2, 6, 7 down here. Yes. By the knight's move, 2 can't be in the middle. 1, 3, 9 here. What about this? Oh, look, I've got 2 looking straight at that cell. So 3 there, 2 there. That does sort out 3, 9. Then I've got a 1 here. 4, 6, 9 as a triple. 4 on the knight's move. And then 6 sees that cell. This 1, 3 pair are not resolved. 2, 6, 7, and 9. Okay, well, but we're going well now, so let's just keep it trucking. 6 is definitely in one of those 2 cells. Oh, we need a 3 up here in box 1 somewhere. 5, 1, 4. We need an 8 in box 1, which is in one of those 2.
Oh, Zephyrhash, thank you very much.
9 can't be in those. 4, 1, 3, 5. These 2, 6, 7, 9. Right, let's pencil mark those. That can't be 6 or 2 or 9. Look at all those knight's moves. So that's a naked 7. That's hard to spot. That makes that 7 in box 2. Now that 3, 9 pair both sees this digit. So that is 2 or 6. Oh, that's become a 6. That gives us 2 and 9 at the top of the column. 6 can't be there, but it can be anywhere else in the corner. This row, that is 6 or 8. It can't be 6 by knight's move, so that's an 8. This can't be 8 now, so 8 is placed in box 1, and that place is 4. Ooh, I was going to say that place is 4 here, but it doesn't. It puts it in one of those 2 cells. It's also in one of those 2, so it's an X-wing, and then it ends up down here in column 7. Right, let's do more Sudoku marking. 2, 6, and 7, but 7 and 6 are both looking at that. So it's a 2. This group is 6, 2, 7, 3, 5, 4, 8, 9. That one has to be a 4. And there's a repair. This is a 3, 6 pair that aren't resolved. We might get a 3 in the corner. It's become a knight's move puzzle, but that doesn't make it easy. Oh, none of those can be 3. So 3 in row 3 is known. That now has to be a 2, a 4, I mean, in fact. So we didn't get a 3 in the corner there. That's a 7. Another chance of 3 in the corner at the top right. 2 and 9 are done by knight's move. That gives us 4, 9, 6. 6 and 2 down here. 7 middle there. That sees a 1 on the knight's move, and that sees a 9. This can't be 8. Okay, what am I meant to do now? In this row, maybe? That sees 3 and 9 on knight's move, so that's 1 or 4. Oh, it can't be 4. It's just Sudoku in the row. So that's a 1. That's not. That is 3, 8, 9 to place in row 8. 3, 8, 9 to place. Okay, can't finish those. 1 in column 9. It's there. That sees 8 and 3 on the knight's move. So that's helping us finish off most of box 9, and now we can finish it all. We didn't get 3 in the corner. We got a 6, 7 pair there, a 1, 3 pair on the end, a 9, 3, and a 6 and a 2. There we go. The solution is correct. That time, actually, I started this. I mean, I loaded this up about 10 minutes before we started streaming, or even started the technical difficulties. So I don't think it took me that long. But there we go. Excellent. Thank you, Piotr V. and Garford, who's a bit of a new name to me, I think. So I was delighted. That's a good puzzle.
Good work.
And I can hand it over to you, Simon, I guess. Have a look at the chat.
I've tried to... Okay, let's see. Can you see whether or not... Oh, no, a cursor did appear. I think. Is that cursor moving? Yeah, I can sort of see it's moving about in the bottom right. Okay, I will have a go at this puzzle then. Oh, I haven't had to engage my brain properly at all. That's been very enjoyable, that first half an hour. Right, CTC 600,000 subscriber. There's not even enough room actually for the full name. Oh, celebration. Okay. By Half-Baked Lunatic. So the rules are normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in cages multiply to the number in the corner of the cage, and digits can repeat in cages. Oh, hang on, digits can repeat in cages. Oh, okay. I've actually got to concentrate here. Digits along a purple Renban line are a set of consecutive digits in any order. Cells separated by a black dot must be in a 2-to-1 ratio. A white dot indicates consecutive digits. Not all dots are shown. Right. Okay, so the weirdities here in terms of normal rules are that we can repeat digits in cages and the multiply rule. Oh, I see, and that's why I've got a massive cage there. Right, well, oh, what I could try and do is do people have access to... Oh, there's somebody. Alex, you're a star. Thank you very much. I was just going to say, should I put the link to the puzzle in the description?
Oh, thank you, Alex. Well done.
All right.
With the pinned comment too.
Right, let's get cracking. So I've got to work out... Well... So what are the sort of atoms that make up the molecule of 1,000? And I think... The thing is, once you realise that a number has 5 as a factor, that's always interesting in Sudoku space, because any multiple of 5 can't appear in a Sudoku. So we know that 5 must be in this cage. And in fact, 200 is also divisible by 5. In fact, 40 is also divisible by 5. Right, so what we can do here is note that 1,000 has 3 factors of 5 in it, and the only way you can put 5 in that cage 3 times is like that, I think. And then we're down to 8, aren't we? 40 divided by 5 is 8. So these two squares multiply to 8, and they are either 2 and 4 or 1 and 8, I'm going to say. So the black dot here looks in... Oh, no, that's annoying. Okay, so a run of 3 black dots like this. So each time one digit is going to be double the other. Oh, did you just speak, Mark?
No, I don't think I did. What happened?
I don't know, I heard somebody speaking.
It's the voices in your head again, I think.
Hello.
I love how nice you are to them.
Don't distract me. So there must always be a 2 and a 4 in this sequence. I mean, if we think about black dot digits generally in Sudoku, 5, 7 and 9 can never appear on them. And that's because if you try and double or halve 5, 7 or 9, you won't get Sudoku digits, or indeed integers often. So they're off the table. Now the other digits you could have as a 3 and 6, but 3, 6, 12 or 1.5, 3, 6 don't work. So these are going to be from the family of digits 1, 2, 4 and 8, and however we organise them, there'll always be 2 and 4 in the sequence, and that middle digit will always be a 2 and a 4 indeed. So this digit, which is therefore odd, is 1, 3 or 5, and it's not 5. So that is now 1 or 3. That still doesn't resolve it though, does it? Okay, and that's going to be 1, 2, 4 or 8 again. There's definitely a noise in there. This is weird.
Maybe it's your Siri equivalent, whose name I mustn't say to avoid.
Am I going mad? It's not. It's not the lady beginning with A, unless it's Mark's wife. It's not that lady.
She's not round there again. What are you hearing? You strange man. No, nobody else is hearing it.
It's quiet at the moment.
I'm seriously concerned.
Okay, 100 also has 2 5s as factors, but that's better because then we must have 4 here. So that's interesting. And every other cage is a 6 cage, but that's got 2 options, hasn't it? At least 1 and 6 or 2 and 3, I think. So if this was 1 and 2, that really wouldn't work, because then there would be no way of constituting 2 digits that multiply to 6. I think that has to be a 3. So this is a 1, 6 pair. That digit is 2, 5 or 7. That still doesn't resolve that digit. But it does resolve that. Look, okay, this is 1 and 6. Okay, so this black dot now, maybe it's not 1, 2, is it? And it's not 3, 6, so it has a 4 on it. It's either 2, 4 or 4, 8, but it has a 4 on it, and that 4 is here because of the 4 over here. In fact, it's 8 because I've also got a 2 over here. That's great. Okay, that's really nice, because now this is 1, 2 and 4, and that middle digit must therefore be 2, look. So that's a little bit of progress.
I think your lives should be different from your usual videos. I think our lives are different from our videos. Cozy lol.
4 is in one of those 3 positions. Okay, these still have to multiply to give 8, don't they? So 1, 8, so this can't be 1 or 4. 6 is in one of those. Oh no, 6 is in the corner. That's fine. A little bit of Sudoku never did anyone any harm. Right, so those squares are 7, 8 and 9. And that's jolly annoying, because that doesn't seem to be resolved at all. Okay. 1 is in one of those 3 squares by Sudoku. And this M, this is a normal Renban, isn't it? Digits along a purple. Yeah, okay, so a 7-cell Renban, if we start with 1, we'll go up as far as 7. And if we start with 9, we'll go down as far as 3. So I think the digits that are not on this Renban have to be constituted from 1s, 2s, 8s and 9s. Every other digit is definitely appearing. Okay, that doesn't help me with the 1 actually. This can't be a 1. So if this wasn't 2, then I'd have a 7, 8, 9 triple in the bottom row. It's exactly the same must be true here, mustn't it? These must be from 1, 2, 8 and 9 as well. Now, is that... Well, again, okay. This can't be a 1, 2 pair because there would be no way to fill the 6. So, that's potentially interesting, isn't it? So this can't be a 9, 8 thingy Renban. So what shall we do with that? Is it something to do with these 3 digits and how they interact with each other?
Just trying to keep up with the screen. That's a difficult problem.
Oh, what's happened?
No, nothing dreadful.
Oh.
There's one person who doesn't have Patreon in his country, so he can't play the pack.
Oh, right, okay. But Alex, can't play the whole pack, but I was going to say Alex...
Posting the puzzles one by one as we do them, which is great.
Okay. Let me try... Not really sure where to look here. Should we have a look at this column? It doesn't look... It looks... I suppose it does look a little bit interesting. 4, 7, 8 and 9 into these squares. And that digit can't be 7 or 9 because it's on a black dot. So this digit is even and is either 2, 8 or 4. Right, so there's a 4 on here again. And there's a 2, okay, there's a 2, 4, 8 triple in box 6, and this square's become 7 or 9. And we can't put 9 on this Renban, can we? Because we worked out this couldn't be a 1, 2 pair, which would cause this to fail. So there must be a 9 in one of those squares, and that's a 7. I think that feels right. Now 7, well 7 was always on this Renban. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting this, but I'm not... Maybe I've got to actually do all of these black dots. I'm not sure whether I'm meant to look at the Renbans or the black dots. Let's think. Okay, let's think about this black dot. So this can't be 4, 8 or 2, 4. It could be 1, 2, unless there's some funny 6 reason it can't be. So it's 1, 2 or 3, 6, I think. Which is weird because that's the same options as that. Okay. Oh, let's try some Sudoku. I can put 5 in the corner.
Hurrah! Good old Sudoku.
5. Oh, okay, that's helpful. Because that's a 5-cell V. So it must have a 5 on it. Not just because it's a V, and that's the Roman numeral, but because any sequence of 5 consecutive digits in Sudoku must contain a 5. And this can't be a 5, and that they can't be 5 by Sudoku. So 5 goes here. And that is rather pretty, because now this has to be a 6. And 6 times 1 is equal to what we need it to be. So this is 2 or 3. And that means this is not 2 or 3. This is 1 or 6. There's a 1-6 pair here. Ah, look, now we're getting somewhere. 1 and 6 go in. 6 is over here. Oh, right, that I can see what that does. Oh, I can see one thing that does. Let me just see if there's anything better. Hang on, let me just think about 5s. There's got to be a 5 on all of these shapes, doesn't there? Yeah, okay. So I think I can place the 5 on the eye as well. This is 7 cells, yeah, this is 7 cells, so it's got a 5 on it. That 5 has to live here. And now there's a 5 in the corner, and all the 5s are finished. But what I was noticing is this V, I don't think it can have 6 on it anymore, because I've got a 6 in the corner and a 6 pencil marked here. But it's a 5-cell remband, so it's constituted entirely of low digits, and therefore, where's the 1 on it? It's here. That's really clever. Not of me, I mean of Half-Baked.
I do just want you to check the five you put in the corner, Simon.
Did I
before
make
you go too far.
Oh, sorry, did I make a ricket? Oh, I meant to put it here. Yes, okay, thank you. Thanks. That's a very fair point. Let me double click them again. Oh, does that make a... No, that could still be 3, couldn't it? I was about to get rid of 4 as a result of that, which would have put 4 here. Ooh, can that be 3? There does have to be a 3 on this. Anyway, I was distracted by, but fairly by Mark. Right, okay.
So sorry.
Yeah, this is 2, 3, 4. That can't be 3 because that would be 6. So this is 2 or 4. Now. Well, this can't be 2, can it? Because this would either be 4 or 1, both of which are seen. So that's a 4. That's probably not what we wanted to do there, actually, but it's something. So this is now... Oh, that's lovely. That can't be 2, because it would knock 2 off the V. It would see both of those digits, one of which is a 2. So this is 8. So one of those is 8. That can't be a 2 or a 3 either. In fact, neither of those squares can be a 2 or a 3. Is that telling me something good? I don't know. Okay, so where on earth do we look next? Wait a second. Where is that digit in box 4? That one. That's the one I want to look at. That one. Where is it? Its friend is up here. So by Sudoku it's there. So that is a 1-6 pair. And that does... What does that do? What does that do? Oh, well, nearly. It nearly does something with 6, doesn't it? In this box. Because there must be a 6 on this remband. And that 6 is now in one of 3 places. So the 6s are arranged in a very awkward pattern of nonsense. But, no. Okay, yes. Where's 6 in this box now? Because there's a 6 in here, it's not there, is it? So that's a 6. And this was a 2, 4, 8 triple. So I've not placed 1, 3 and 9. Mark, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mark. Very kind of you. Joy to the world.
1, 3 and 9. Now surely this is restrictable. says. Okay, let's take the low-hanging fruit. This I needs to have a 6 on it. Where does that go? There, I think. Which means this isn't 6. Whoops. Oh, no, it didn't. That didn't resolve nearly as much as I was hoping. Okay. Well, that was nearly good. See, I could resort to arch amounts of pencil marking now. I really don't want to do that. There's a 4 on there. How should we approach this little question? It's not this, is it? I don't think it's this, but okay, that can't be 5, so it's 3. Or 7, 8, 9, I think. Is there any... And whatever it is...
Dobry Risha.
Pardon?
I'm just saying hello to her. Greetings from Poland.
Oh. Okay, here is a weird deduction. No, in fact, I don't like my weird deduction at all. I'm going to renege on my weird deduction on the basis it's not a deduction, it's a nonsense. Okay, no, I don't. It wasn't correct what I was about to tell you, so I really ought to not to say it.
Now everybody's dying to know what it was.
I was thinking, okay, what I was thinking about was this I, and I'd noticed this I didn't have a 1 on it. So I think it has to have an 8 on it, and I was wondering where that lived. And I saw this 8, and I was about to pronounce, there has to be an 8 in one of those squares, and therefore these can't be 8s. And I thought that was going to do something to this white dot. But I was forgetting that there are other places for 8s in this box, including this one. So I don't think that was a very good thought, and I apologise on behalf of my brain to you all. Well, okay, there is a 7 in the bottom of the grid down here now. But that's probably not helpful, is it? 4, 5, 4, 5, 8, 2, 3, 1, 6. Oh, that one is not a 1. Which is, I think, okay, how are we going to do this? What do we think this is about? It's either Sudoku, which it could well be, let's be clear. That's not 9, I've just noticed. I've got a 9 pencil marked here. Yes, because I worked out, yeah, if this was a 1-2 pair, that 6 thing, whatever it is, couldn't exist, could it? So there was a 9 here, because that basically, this becomes 1-2 if there's a 9 on this Renban. So that's fair. So this is now down to 1 or 3. That feels like it's trying to be interesting. Can we limit anything here? Not obviously. 6s, 1s and 6s. Oh goodness, maybe I have to... Oh, this digit, what's that? Because that digit can't be 2 or 3, can it? Let's think about that digit. What's the options for that? 4, Can't be 5, 6, 4, 7, 8 or 9, I think. Can I improve that at all? Yeah, I can a bit. That can't be 4. That's weird. That's a very strange deduction. If that's a 4, I can't put 4 on that Rembrandt, and it must have 4 on it, because it can't live there, apparently. Okay, 7, 8 or 9 now. So if it was 7 or 8, that's weird. If it was 7 or 8, that would have to be the 7 or the 8. If it was 9, it's not necessary for this to have a 9 on it at all. So if it was 9, I don't think it has an impact on this digit. Oh, but does that digit has to be on this Rembrandt, doesn't it? But it could be in, it could be here. Oh, close. It's close to being interesting, isn't it? Oh, where's 4 in this box now? Because I've got a 4 here. This is a fascinating puzzle. Am I being slow here, Mark? Is this complicated? You're not sure.
It's difficult to answer because I could, I have spotted something you could do, but it's a bit complicated. But I don't know if it's the only thing that you can do at this point, so I'm not absolutely sure. And I do remember that this was quite tricky to sort out with the Rembrandts.
Okay. So now this digit definitely needs to find a home on here, doesn't it? Or no, actually that's not right, because if that's a 2 and this was a 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 Rembrandt, then it doesn't have to appear on it. So that is not true. That is not true. So does getting this 4 do anything for me at all? There has to be an 8. Ah, that's good. There has to be an 8 on this dot now, because it must contain an even digit.
That's what I saw. Excellent.
But that could have been how did you know it wasn't a 4 before?
Because it has to appear in box 2 somewhere. And where would 4 go if there was a 4 up there in box 2?
Oh, a 4 here. That's where I was looking?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Exactly. Once you eliminated 4 from that.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I thought it was a good spot.
So 8 is here now by SUDOKU. That's weird though, because 8 now has to go on this Rembrandt. Where does it go? It goes there. That's what we've just worked out. So that's a 9.
Very well done.
That's an 8.
I hadn't seen that continuation from that 8 I saw in box 2. Excellent.
7, 9. This is now not 9. This is now not 8. And something else will now happen, which will these digits are now known, I suppose. 2, 4, 2, 4 and 8, look. 2, 4 and 8. Now, this one is not 8. Oh. Well, that's not 2 anymore, I suppose. Oh, that's okay. So that's taking. So this has not got an extreme digit on it. But that means these two are a pair. When they're obviously a pair, but they can't be, for example, 1 and 8, can they? Or 9 and 2, because then the Rembrandt wouldn't be consecutive. So what we now know is that those two digits, I'm actually going to highlight that, they're either 1 and 2 or they're 8 and 9. Now, what does that mean? It probably means something. If this was Oh, I'm right on the cusp of understanding it. Oh, look, I've got an 8 here. Okay, that's a 2. And that had to multiply, so that's given me a bit more solace. Look, 3, 9, 1, 8. Okay, that's good. So now this thing is not 1, 6. So that is 2, 3. That seems to place a 6 by Sudoku. Places another 6 down here. There's no 2 here now. Okay. This is 8. And these are a 7, 9 pair, which is apparently unresolved. So that's a 2, 3 pair, which is resolved. 6, 1. That's the same as that digit, so that should be a 6. This is a 7 or a 9. Okay, this becomes a 1, 9 pair, which is... That's very annoying. Okay, so mine... Well, no, that's just very annoying. Okay, 3, 7, 9 into these squares. Let's see. Can we do that? Oh, yes, we can. Look, there's loads of Sudoku to be done, but we don't want to get overzealous with Sudoku.
What would be the point of doing too much Sudoku?
When you do Sudokus, it's important not to be overbearing about the Sudoku side of things. If that was a 7, that would have to be a 7. Look, and that would have to be a 7, and that might be no. That would. Oh no, hang on, that doesn't work, does it? No, it does work. No, that would be a 7. It would go 7, 7, 7. And this would be 9. That would be 9. That would be 7, and then no, it would work. Unfortunately, if that's oh my goodness.
Thank you, Epirama.
Epirama, thank you. Right, what are those digits then?
I totally agree about how amazing the whole community is. Thank you, everybody, for being such fun.
Okay, so now we will have a think about... I don't know really. I got a bad feeling I'm going to have to pencil mark this eye to within an inch of its life.
As Noradine says, who put Sudoku in my Sudoku? And who put wine in my wine?
Oh, look, 9 has to be very... Oh, that's big. That's a big 9. Because that 9 is aligning with those 9s, look. So we can't have any more 9s in this column. So I think that makes this a 1-2 pair by my earlier logic. I hope that logic wasn't wrong, because we're about to go on a very bad journey, if so.
At least you'd know where to unwind.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Poppets, I didn't want that to be... Oh, well, okay, that's good. That gets me a 7 here. So I think 7 is there. There is a 9 on this naughty Rembrandt now. 9, 9, 7. This is a 7 apparently by Sudoku. And that digit is gettable. 2 and 4. And have we made a ricket? That is the question. 3 and 4 up there. It doesn't look wrong. It might be wrong, but it doesn't look wrong. Now, that digit is an 8, apparently. So that's an 8, and that's a 4, and that's a 4, and that's a 3, and that's a 3, and that's a 2. And that's a 9, and that's a 1. And this is a 3, 9 pair. Is that really true? Is that unresolved? Okay. That should be a 7. I've neglected my Sudoku somewhat at points during this solve. And now that digit's probably gettable, isn't it? 3, 3, 9, 9, and oops, no. Just be careful, Simon. 2. Okay, that might be right. Let's see. Yes, it is. 1,000 people have solved it. That was very good. That was very interesting, actually.
Good puzzle, isn't it?
Yeah, that is really clever. Half-baked lunatic. I enjoyed that. And the best thing is that having finished your puzzle, half-baked lunatic, I can go over to this piece of software called OBS, and I can press this button, and then this button, and just check Mark's cursor works.
And you see me wiggling around.
Yeah, we can see the wiggle. And then
excellent.
I can click this button.
Just turn it over.
And now I can do this.
Get completely hammered.
I'm gonna go up to the comments and see whether everyone was saying Simon is being very drunken monkey. Let's see.
Well, I'm just going to read the rules of Ollie Marr's puzzle, which I got scared of last time. So this clearly represents 600,000 and CTC in the grid, or in the grid and just outside it, which is very clever. So we have German whispers, where adjacent digits differ by at least 5. Renbands, which contain sets of digits in consecutive numbers, or sets of distinct consecutive numbers in any order, just like in the last puzzle. White dots indicate consecutives, black dots 1:2 ratio, and outside question mark clues are X sums, indicating the sum of the first X digits, with X being the first digit seen from that direction. And an X itself indicates values adding to 10. I can't actually click outside the grid to show you where I'm looking. It's just below there. Okay, let's reset the clock. Let's get cracking on this. So there's a very long Renban in box 1. No, it's not actually as long as I thought. It's only 7 cells. But they all see this cell, and they must contain 3 to 7, as I think Simon just explained for one of his Renbans last go. What does it mean something for these 3 cells? Not really. Okay, that wasn't a great place to start. We didn't have a king's move or anything, so I don't know that these could be the same. I could start colouring the greens, but I'd have to just choose one first. I suppose 5 can never be on a green cell. Or a black dot cell. So the 5 in box 5 is enterable. Is that going to help? Not quite. 5 could be there, or in those in box 6, and it's got those 3 births in box 2, and those 3. Okay, I'm going to have to look at these X sums. Oh, that's a weird one, with the question mark outside the grid. So that can't be a 1 outside the grid, or it would be on the same Renban as another 1. But could it be? It can't be a high digit, I don't think. I don't think there's any way it can be, because then this would indicate quite a large number of cells. And the one outside the grid would be adding the first 2. I think we've got to be on very low digits. If that was a 2 here, then we could have a 1 here and a 3 outside the grid. And is there any other way for this to work? I think it's got to be a 2 in this cell. If that was a 3, we'd be adding to at least 6, and that would break the Renban. That is a 2. The thing outside the grid has to be higher, so it's 3 or 4. So it's got to be 3, and that's a 1. Okay, there's a start. Now, this is a high digit, 7, 8, or 9. Now, we've got another. Here we have a green relationship between the 2 the X total and the X that it sees. What does that mean? And this can't be 1 or 2 now. So we're adding at least 3 digits, but we can't be having more than, oh, we could easily have more than 9 outside the grid. This could be 45. Oh, that's really annoying. And that would fulfill the rule. Fine. Oh, that 1 is looking up there. Now, if that was a 2, there wouldn't be a 2 anywhere on the Ren band, which would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that would have to be a 1. It's not really anything to go on. Right, I don't think this green line is very helpful. That's my analysis of it at the moment. Oh, mind you, in the grid, it has to have a low digit on, which is 3 or 4. And that's got to go with 8 or 9. Maybe it's more helpful than I thought. So whichever one is 3 or 4 is adding 3 or 4 cells up the column. And whichever one is 8 or 9 is definitely adding either 45 or somewhere north of 35. That's weird. I don't think it's going to help me determine the numbers outside the grid really at all. That's very tricky. Okay, what about this? And no, more importantly, this Ren band, this X sum rather. And we've got this V Ren band. What does that mean? Okay, the 2 digits outside the grid here add up to 10, so they're both less than 10. So we can't be adding more than 3 digits here. So this number is 1, 2, or 3. I'm leaving 1 as a possibility because that could be a 1 below. This could be then a 9, but that would break the, no, that would break the Ren band completely. This is a very low number. It's no higher than 5. So it can't be adding more than 2 cells. So that's a 1 or a 2. And this is also, well, this is also alternately spaced around the green line. So this is definitely low. These are high. And this, well, that one can't be a 6 because it's 2 neighbors see each other. That is low. Now, think more about this. We've got this X to fulfill. This one is adding no more than 5. So this is, and it's on an X. Oh, they could both be 5s, but these would both have to be 2s, so that doesn't work. So this one is low. It is 1, 2, 3, or 4. If it was a 1, this would be a 9, and this would begin 2, 7. That's possible. If this was, that's if this was a 1 under the grid. If it was a 2, this would be an 8, and that won't work here. So it's not 2 under the grid. Can it be 3, 4, or 5? I do need to rule them out. 4 doesn't work. 4's not really possible. You'd have to go 2, 2, I suppose. No, that doesn't work. 5 would require this to go 2, 3. Oh, 3 would require it to go 2, 1, and that would clash with this. And I've worked out it wasn't 5. So it is a 2. No, hang on. It is, yes, a 2 under the grid and an 8. Right. So it's a 2. No, it can't be. I'm so sorry. It can't be a 2. It wasn't 2 and 8. It was 1 and 9 under the grid. So that's a 1, and that's now a 2 with a 7 there. There we go. That's a start. This has to be a 2 on the line. That can't be 7. This is on this Ren band, has to be a 3. And that means the low digit over here is a 4, and the high digit is a 9. And that's not a 9 in the corner. Right. So all of those are fulfilled, and the ones down here aren't going to be any help, is what I've sort of decided. whether that's 4 or 9, they're just going to give huge totals. So, well, at least we've got going. It's taken a while, I know. The low digit here, it is again either 3 or 4, going with 8 or 9. Now, I haven't approached these black dots. I haven't got any digits looking at them, which is a pity. Oh, if this can't be low, because it would have to be 4 in this box, and they would both be 9s. So this is high. Good. 7, 8, or 9. These are low. I'm going to put in 4 as a possibility. This is high, and it's on a black dot. So that's 6 or 8. This is high and on a black dot, so 6 or 8. This is 3 or 4. This is low, and 2 or 3. This is high, 7, 8, or 9. This one, it's not 4 because it's a green dot relationship. Now, what have we achieved up here? We've got a 3 or a 4 there and a 3 or a 4 there. So that's 1 or 2. That's 1 or 2. This is high because that's all that's left in this box. And it can't be 6. So this is the only place for 6 in the box. This can't be 6 like lots of the others because its 2 neighbours would have to be the same. So 6 with 3 on the black, that's 6. This has to be 1 by whisper rules. That gives us 2 and 1 again by whisper rules. 3 is gone, so that's a 4-9 pair. This is touching 4 or 9, so it's 5 or 8. That's interesting. This could be 4. Touching 9. Yeah, that's fine. Either that, or this is 5 and this is 4. I think this has to be 4 or 9 again here. If that's 4, this is 9. If that's 9, 4, 5, yeah, 4 again. So that's a 4-9 pair. Now, we haven't got the high-lows sorted here. That can't be 1 or 2, though. Or 7. This one is 3, 7, or 8. It can't be 5 on the green, and the rest is by Sudoku. If it was 3, 6. 6 in this row can't be there or there because their neighbours see each other on the green lines. So 6 is there. One, just on this, in this box, 1 is in one of those cells, 2's in one of those, and 3's in one of those. But this line is going to need an odd digit. Oh, and we can't have a 4 here. It's going to need an odd, a low digit in one of those 2, which can't be 4, 1, or 2. So it's definitely 3, and it goes with 8 because we've had a 9 in the column already. Right, that's become a 6 by elimination. That's a 7. 6 is in those cells. This is all probably, oh, that's high. Oh, that's how we do it. 3, 8. Okay, good. This is low as well, but it can't be 1 or 3. I'm going to leave 4 as a possibility because I haven't ruled it out. This is low. That can't be 4, so that's a 1. This one is high, and it can't be 7 or 8. It's not allowed to be 6. That is a 9. This is not a 9. Oh, there's a 9 in one of those. That's a 7, 8 pair. Yes. Sorry.
No.
Did you speak, Simon?
No, I was just going to say thank you to Tyson for sending us a super chat.
Good man, Tyson. Thank you. God bless you. 9 there, 7 there. 4, 5, and 8. Right. This is progress. Bit of Sudoku now, because I don't disdain it in my puzzles. But having said that, I don't know how to apply it. Oh, 3 on the line, not Sudoku, but Whisper technology. And that can't be a 4 because of this. Okay, good. So that's 4, 5, or 8. The, not 8. 7, 9, 2, 8, 3. These are from 4, 5, 6, and one of them is a 6. Okay. Now, can I get onto this one yet? This digit can't be 6, 7, or 8. If it's high, it's definitely 9. That seems possible. If it's low, oh, it's 3. That's strange. So this would have to be, if that's a 3, that's 9. This would have to be 8. That's a 9. This is low, but it could be anything there. That's confusing. What about this? If it's low, that's 4 and... Sorry, if it's high, that's 4 and 3, and this is 9. But that would also be 9. So it's not high. There we go. This is low. 1 or 3. Can't be 4 because its neighbors see each other. This is high. That's 9. This is 4, 5, 4, 9. Okay. This is high, 7 or 8. This is low, 1, 2, not 3 because of that. This has become a 7. Now we've got 1, 3, 6, and 8 left to place in column 7. On this line, that's not allowed to be 6. This isn't allowed to be 6 because that's not allowed to be 1. So the high digit here is an 8, and we know where it is. That's good. And then that's the 6 in the column. Now, there's 2 other high digits in this box. They are there, and we know that they're 9 there and 7 there. The 7 has to be surrounded by 1s or 2s. And that green line is large, or it's done as far as we can do. 6, 9, 8, 7. That's become a 1. This is 7 because 7 needs to fit into this box. I hope I haven't made a mess up because this is going quite nicely now. It started with those vicious X-sums things, but they're kind of out of the way a bit now. Now that, according to the pencil marking I did earlier, that can't now be 2 or 8, it must be 9. I'm going to use that. I think the thinking I did earlier, which I can't remember now, was probably right. That's a naked 5, given what it sees in the row and the column. That's actually quite helpful. 7 there, 6 over this side. Now, that 9 is not on this Renban, and that's not actually helpful. But 1 is not in those cells, so it is on this Renban. So this Renban consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 3 or 7 by Sudoku. 8 is not on this Renban, and that digit is missing it in. That can't be a 7 then, because it has to appear in one of those cells. So that's a 3, and these two are 3 and 8, which I can't type. This is either 6 or 4 on the black dot. I've got 2, 4, and 5 to place in the top row. Don't know how they work. Right, the purple line is done as long as I obey those. That's now a 4. That's 7. Oh, that 4 fixes the black dot. 3 in the corner. Hurrah! 3 in the corner. Now, looking down column 3, that's a 2. And neither of those are 4, so that's a 4. This is a 3, 5 pair. This is a 6, 8 pair. And this is another Renban. Oh no, it's gone wrong. Oh, this is depressing. Did everybody tell you I was going wrong, Simon?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I think this Renban's gone wrong. It seems to have 5, 8 up there and 6, 8 down here. Oh dear. Oh dear, I don't know how far I'm going to have to wind back in this. I don't know where I went wrong. Maybe it was when I saw that 5. That was a long time ago, though. Oh, goodness. In case anyone's wondering, I can't see chat, so I'm not getting any advice from that at the moment. Oh, it's a long time ago. Well, I'm going to try going back to here. I don't think it's going to work, but let's see what happens. Now I would have to put... No, that's not going to work, because that would be 5 and 8. And I can't get a 7 onto this purple line, unless I'm misremembering the rules for purple lines or something. Oh, it was all going so swimmingly. Let's try it from here. That was a 6, and these had to be high. Had to be 9 and 7. Oh, and yeah, that put a 7 here, and that's just killing this line. Is that not a 7? Does that have to be it? Why have I said that was a 7 when it could be an 8? That's an interesting thing. That's an interesting thing. Why have I said that's a 7? Oh, it's by... Well, is it by Sudoku? That could be a 7 instead. Okay, I'm going to try and unwind this digit. Sorry, let's take that out. I had it marked as 7 or 9, but that doesn't really make sense. Maybe that was a mistype for 7 or 8 at one point, which seems better. And 7 could be down there. This is 4, 5, 7, 8. If that's right, I might have rescued this. We're going to see now. That 7 has to go there. So these are from 3, 5, 8 now. But they must include 5. Let's try this from here. I mean, I'm feeling a bit lousy now. That's got to be a 2. Let's see if this works. If not, I have to go back a long way further, which would be perfectly reasonable, but disappointing, obviously. Now, that is low. That's a 1. That's 2. That's a 4, 5 pair. 3, 6, 8 here. It could be the case that I just mismarked a cell with 7 and 9 instead of 7, 8. Now, 5, 8 here gives me 6, 7 here on the Renban. That's an 8 in the corner. 6 there. This is not 8. That has to be 5. These keep working. Puzzle 8 there now. That's the rogue cell that I messed up before. 8 there, 7 there. That works all right. That's become a 5, and that's a 4. That's a 3, and a 5 there. Okay, I'm not saying this is wrong yet. That again is a 9, and I have the same issue here. This is 3, 4, or 7, and whatever it is goes in one of those cells along with 8. Is that right? I'm not relying on that actually this time. These are from 3, 4, 5, 8. That one can't be 5. 7. Oh, this one is known. That's a 4. And that's a 5, 6 pair. Now, where are we? 3, 4, 7 along there. 2, 9 pair here that are resolved. That's a 9 now. That's a 4. I'm not even going to think about those X sums. They're crazy. 4 can't go there. Right, that digit does go in one of those, and it can't be 7, so it's 3. 3 does go in one of those, along with 8 now. That's fair enough. And that's a 5. This is 6 or 4 on the black dot. And that's a 4, 5, 6 triple, making this 7 and 2. That's a naked 4. That's 6, 3, 1. That is 3 in the corner. Got it back. Same one. 5, 4. That's 7. That's 4. Well, this does look like it might have been rescued. Now, just before I finish the last digit, let's look at these green X sums at the bottom. We had on this green line 9 and 4. This is then adding those digits, which make it 19. Well, that's different by more than 5 from 4. And this one is 45. So this green line goes 9, 4, 19, 45. That's a 7. Oh, what a save. I'm so sorry about the error, but I'm delighted I saved it. 1,000 people have solved that as well. Fantastic how many people engaged with our Patreon publication of this. Thank you, guys. Wow. Okay, I can hand back to you, Simon. Well done, Olimar. That's lovely.
Oh, well, that was very enjoyable. Thank you, chat. Now, let's see if we can make that come back. Is that working? Maybe. And then
I can only tell you on a slight delay.
So I am going to try this one, I think. Can you see that? Is that all working? I'm going to do a puzzle by Codec, yes. No less. Oh, I don't know if Codec's still in chat, actually. I hope so. Okay, the rules are written in an abbreviated way. So I think I understand what the rules are. So what we have to do is, it doesn't say normal Sudoku. In fact, this puzzle, I don't even understand the title of it. Utu Runku. What does that mean?
I can tell you something about that.
Okay.
Codec was creating line Sudoku puzzles that featured places on the Earth which they had some geographical similarity.
Right.
It really matters what they were. They were either volcanoes or craters or something. I'll have to look it up now. I can't remember. What is Utu Runku? And all his titles were, it's a dormant volcano in Bolivia.
Wow. Menu says that timer on this one stopped at 94 minutes. And I'm starting it at 11:32.
Oh, good luck.
Oh, it's a volcano in Bolivia, right? Oh, yeah. SUDOKU, hello. Sorry, anyway, right, the rules. Normal Sudoku rules, I guess. So, digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, column and box. German whispers, so the adjacent digits along these green lines have to differ by at least 5. Region sum lines. So the way these work is that the box borders, the 3x3 box borders, divide the lines into segments. And then the sum of the digits in each segment on a line has to be the same. And different lines can normally have different segments, which I'll assume is the case here. So that digit, the yellow digit, has to add up to the purple digits. And ratio pairs is just crop key, is it? So these have to be in a ratio of 2 to 1 with each other, which means one of the digits will be double the other one on every black dot domino. And they are
just
all
looked
the
up
rules.
Codec's email, and Utu Runku is just over 60,000 centimeters high. So that's the relevance to the 600,000 pack.
Oh, wow. Okay. Right, let's get cracking. So I can place 5 in this box. It's weird. Solving at this time of night and in front of a live audience, it just makes me question everything about my brain. You can't put a 5 normally on a German whispers line because the next digit would be at least 5 different from 5, and that won't work. So I think that's a 5. One of those is a 5. It's almost quite difficult to put a 4 on a German whispers line. Well, okay, I will take that. You can't put 4 in the middle of a German whispers line, because let's think about how that would work. these two digits now have to be at least 5 different from 4. They'd both have to be 9, wouldn't they, in the same box? So I think 4 is in one of those squares, which means 4 is in one of these squares. It's going to be these lines at the bottom, I know it is. This line is, this has got to be 6, 7 or 9, not 8 by Sudoku. And the reason for that is that these 3 digits here, even if we minimise them, they would be a 1, 2, 3 triple, and then this would be a 6. So this digit here has to be at least a 6, but can't be an 8 by Sudoku. Now, does that mean that digit has to be low? Yes, I think it does. So the reason I'm looking at this digit is I'm trying to think about, always on these German whispers lines you get this oscillation of polarity. So those 3 digits there are either going to be from the set of digits that are higher than 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or lower than 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the line will oscillate. So it's often a very good thing if you can definitely lock in the lowness or highness of a particular digit on a German whisper. You can then extend it along the line. Now, this, we know it can't be 5 because it's on a whisper. Now, can it be 6, which is the only other digit I could include on a 3-cell string that's higher than 5? Because you could make this 6, 1, 2 and add it up to 9. You can't put 7 on here because 7 plus 1 and 2 is double-digit numbers. So that can't be 6 because 6 is monogamous. If that's 6, this is double 1. 6 only partners up with a 1. So this is a low digit. Now, it's also not 4 for the same reasons we looked at here. So it's 1, 2 or 3. We might be able to restrict that further, but that means these digits are high. Right. Oh, for goodness sake, sorry. I didn't see this. I should have seen this straight away. Well, look at row 4 and ask where 5 goes. It can't go on a green line. Oh dear, sorry. But okay, the reason I was looking at that is that this domino here and this domino here, because that's going to contain 1 high and 1 low digit, and this is going to contain 1 high and 1 low digit, all the highs are going to be used up in those 7 cells. So this digit is low. Which means that if those 3 were low, all the lows would disappear in box 6. Might be okay. Not sure. That digit is not. No, that's not even true. What I was. Oh well, actually. No, it's not true. Okay, let's actually think about this digit. It could be a 1, it could be a 2, it can't be a 4 by Sudoku. It can't be a 3 because this can't be a 6, so I think it's... Well, that's quite interesting. If it can, I'm just going to think about that. 1 would put 2 here, 2 would put 1 here. Because it can't be 4, 3, yeah, okay. So this is 1, 2 or 6, I think. And therefore, this is, if this is a 9 here, it can't be a 1, 2, 6 triple because that will break that cell. But it could be 1, 3, 5, it could be 2, 3, 4. Probably. No, what I was about to say. Oh, well, no, actually, I am going to say it. That's really quite pretty. That can't be 6. Because if this was 6, this would be 1, 2, 3. Let's just put it in. And this has no possible fill. So that's not 6. If it's 7. No, this is 9. That's really weird. That's very, very odd, but quite pretty actually. Really pretty. If this was 7, this is 1, 2, 4. And because I can't put... hang on, why? I know I can't put 4 here because of the whisper. It's really clever. It is really clever. So the 4 would be here. This would be a 1 or a 2. This would be a 1 or a 2 because it can't be a 4. And you'd have too many 1s and 2s in the world. And that's just no good, is it? Look, if we go 3 here, 1, 2, 4, there's no possible fill for this square. So this is 9. Now, and we know this. Okay, so now we know this isn't 1, 2, 6. So it has got a 3 on it. It's either 1, 1, 3, 5 or 2, 3, 4. Okay, and this might be where we get stuck. I don't think I can do anything with these. And then we've got this. What is this? The ocean down here? Oh no! What was it? A volcano? Somebody said. I don't.
It was a volcano, but it does still look like the sea, even though Bolivia is landlocked, as you know.
So is this... I don't know. Do these all have to add up to 15 or something? That's... What's going on here then? So we've got... Yeah, okay. So there is pressure on this line. I can at least see that. 2, 4. That's 2 and 4. Then we're basically then they do average 15. 30, 31. 2, what's 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, hang on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 27. But hang on. So the higher I make these digits, the more difficult this is getting to fill. The maximum value of those squares is 7 and 8. So that's 16. So that means by the secret, which is something I share with only my very favourite people. So what I'm playing around with here is I'm trying to work out how this C region works between the boxes, and what I'm noticing is that I've got a very low number here and a very high number here, and I feel that that's putting pressure on these values. Now if those are maxed out, which minimises the value of this line, then these would be 29 and 9 is 38. These would add up to 7, which would have to be 2, 5, wouldn't it? Yeah, there is definitely a problem here. Well, not a problem, but there is a constraint, because that's maxing these out. If I make these much smaller than that, this becomes too big. And this becomes, because the value of this mimics the value of that. Oh, that's a terrible choice of colour. Let's go for, purple. because the value of this mimics the value of that, even though the line totals could be anything within these thingies, we're going to have a problem. I'm just trying to think about the best way to think about it though. So I maxed these out at 8.7. That gave me 16. That gave me 29 as the absolute minimum I can make. Yeah, but the minimum, the absolute minimum those digits can be is 2, 4. And that makes these 30, doesn't it? And then 31, and these would add up to 14, which I can do with 8.6. Right, so there is definitely an 8 in here. This is either 8.6 or 8.7. And 29, 38. These either add up as a result of this nonsense to either 7 or 6. So they have to include a 2. Always. It's either 2, 4 or 2, 5, and there is definitely a 2 in them. Now, and because this is either 29 or 30, plus 33 or 32, these squares either add up to 12 or 13. And, yeah, I've done it. So that means, I think this is right, these squares either add up to 29 or 30. Well, let's go through both options. If this is 29 plus 3, 32, that means by the secret these add up to 13. But they don't involve 9 and they don't involve 8. So they do involve 7, and they'd be 6, 7. But if these add up to 30 plus 3 is 33, these have to add up to 12, and they still don't involve 8 or 9. They still need a 7. It's just the other digit then would be a 5. Well, it doesn't matter. Well, the point that I was getting to is that 7 is definitely in here. So 7 is definitely not in there. And now I know everything. It is 15. Well, it's averaging 15. It probably isn't going to be 15, 15. But we've got 15 there, which means the purple adds up to 30. So everything adds up to 30, 39. So this has got to be no 5. This is a 2, 4 pair. These 33, this is a 5. Oh, well, this is good. Yeah, this is 5 and 7 now. So we know the order. So that's 7, that's 5. Now we will. Now we'll get stuck. Will we? No. 8 is in one of those. So 8 is in one of these. We've got sort of loads of low digits here in the peaks of the volcano. Those are all low. Okay, that's not what. Oh, I see. Right. These are a 1, 3 pair. That's it. Right, okay. So I get 2, 4 pairs here, 1, 3 pairs here. And in the bottom row, I've got the opposite. I've got high digits. So I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a proper, you'll approve of that, Mark. You see what I did there?
Brilliant.
Thanks. I learnt that from this this guy I know. Right, there we go. And now we will say that where is the tension now then? So that digit is at most a 7. So the top line adds up to at most 11 in each region. At most 11, that's not that much. And the minimum is 9, look. These could be They can probably be 2, 3, 4. That might not be possible for a reason I'm not immediately seeing. So I think the top line adds up to 9, 10 or 11, which means the bottom line adds up to the difference between 30 and 9, 10 or 11. So 21, 20 or 19. Oh no, I was about to say, how can we do that with the 2 and the 4? But that 2 and 4 is not on the bottom line. What was the minimum for the bottom line? 19. So this digit is high-ish. No, hang on, what am I talking? Hang on. No, it depends. Well, okay. No, it does depend, actually. That could be low. If this is an 8-9 pair, then it's low. Actually, let's think about that. If it's 6, 8, 14, it can't be a 9 here. No, this is low, actually, I think. Oh, actually, look, Sudoku almost. Maybe this can't be a 1. 1, what did we say? We said that this added up to a minimum of 19. Yeah, even if that's 9, 8, it can't go with a 1 there. That's only 18. So there's a 1 on this line. Oh, but we know this line adds up to a low number. Oh, maybe I've got to pencil mark that square. What did I work out? The minimum was 9, wasn't it? So this could be 5. It's 5, 6 or 7. Oh, bother. Okay, so maybe I'm going to go more. I'm going to do more pencil marking. How do we do this then? Let me think. It's not going to go back to here, is it now? Oh, maybe it does. What are the options here? 1, 3, 5. That would put 6, 7 there. And 2, 3, 4, which would do nothing. 2, 3, 4 would have... No, that's not even true. Okay, there's still ways that this could be tricky. Okay, I'm going to have to do this in a more diligent way, aren't I? I can't see it. It's too late for me to see it clearly. Right, so we worked out that the bottom line added up to, I want to say 19, 20 or 21. So, and this has got 8 in it. So what is this digit? If this is 14, this has to be at least 5, but it can't be 5. And the only way this can be 14 is if it's 6, 8. I don't think that works. I just don't think... Hang on. There's just no option for this digit. If this is 6, 8, 14, I can't add 5 to it, I can't add 6 to it, and I can't add 7 to it. So this is not 6, 8, apparently. It's 8, 9. That's weird. Right, but that's going to do things, look. So this is 7. This is 5. That's got to be big. That's huge. Because we know that this adds to at least 19. So now this, in fact, that has to be 8 or 9. Oh, it can't be 8. It's 9. That has to be 9. And that's given us the bottom total. We're on 21. And that puts a 4 there. So we're on 21 and 9 as the split on the line. So this is a 5. 21, so this square's a 4, this is a 2, And these two squares have to be a 1-6 pair, and that doesn't resolve. But with this is a 6 now by mathematics. Although it could also have been a 6 using another method known as Sudoku. But we don't want to get ahead of ourselves by rushing into Sudoku and Codex Puzzle and ruining it that way.
Crazy times.
2, 3, 4. Right. So now there is a 7 on this line. No, what I was about to say was not true. Oh, no. Yes. All right, forget the 7. What about those two digits? They can't both be low, and they have got the same polarity. So these are high, because they can't both be low, because they were 2, 3, and 4 in the column. So these are high, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we can't put 6 in the middle of the line. Oh, that's rotten. All right, these are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Neither of those can be 4 for the same reason. Okay, that didn't really work, did it? 1 in this column is up there somewhere. That didn't work at all, I'm sorry. But, hang on, there is now no 5 on this line, so this is 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to delete everything from it and put 2, 3, and 4 in. I know that's not 4, because this can't be double 9, so this is 2 or 3, and that's never 2 anymore. Oh, well, in fact, look, there's a 6 in the column, it's a 1, so that's a 2. 6 comes out of both of these options. 6 and 2 are only 4 apart. These are 3, 4 pair. This is a 7. That's not... Well, oh, no. No, that's... I was about to say, have I got some sort of 5, 7, 9 thing going on in row 2? I don't think I did until I got this digit, but now I can ask where 5 is in this row. It can't go on a black dot. I think it has to go there by Sudoku. I'm just wondering, no, I can't do the same with 9. At least I don't think I can. Let's double click 5s actually. I'm left with an X-wing. So that's not the way to proceed, I don't think. Okay, you can't put 4 in either of those squares because 4 is monogamous with 9, and that's going to put a 9 in the same column as a 9. So I get a 4. That's huge. That's going to get me a 4 there, 4 there, 3 there. 4 here by our old friend Sudoku. 4, it's probably going to be on the black dot here, but that would be a 2 if so, couldn't be an 8. Okay, and now we will say, so can we do the same sort of trick then? Do we know what the oscillation is along the left-hand C of this line? Is there, I mean, that looks like it wants to be 1, 2, 3, or 6, 7, 8, 9. Seven is on both of these whispers now because of the 7s. And 7, if it's in the middle of the line, would have to be surrounded by a 1, 2 pair, wouldn't it? Oh, that can't be a 7. I mean, that is a tiny point. The reason this can't be a 7 is that this can be neither a 1 nor a 2 by Sudoku. If that was a 7, this would have to be 2, and that would have to be 1. Oh bother! I'm not seeing it, am I? There's some really obvious point I feel now, because this resolving this bottom or these bottom lines is surely a very big step. I don't know where to look. Let's try. I haven't got. Is it to do with? Oh, I've got something. I've got one thing. I've thought of one thing. I'm quickly going to have to resort to mouthing my one thing, because I don't think I'm going to come up with anything better than what I've just seen. Hang on. Let me just think. No, all right. I can't put 6 on this one anywhere, because if I do, 6 is monogamous with 1, so 6 could never go down the central sort of the spine of the C. But 6 can't go in these because it would put 1 next door to it, and I've got this one here. So 6 is in one of those 2 squares, which actually does resolve a 6 and an 8. And that means 6 is in one of those squares. So now 7 and 8 are on this line. So if this line is oscillating with these being the low digits, this would be a 7-8 pair. That would be huge. Look, imagine that was a 7-8 pair. I'd get all the high digits in this row. Oh, that can't be a 2. So that would be a 1 or a 3 in this world. These would be, that almost looks right, doesn't it? That would be 3, that would be 8, this would be a 1-2 pair, 1 here, 2 here. Tempting. Okay. But okay, so the other option is that these are high. Is there some reason that doesn't work? These would have to be 7, 8, 9 then. Oh, hang on. There's one thing I can do, isn't there? I'm going to do this because I've seen it. Look at row 4. Now, I just said I can't put 6 anywhere on this C, but the corollary of that is in row 4, where is the 6 at all? It doesn't seem to be anywhere apart from there, so I'll take that. That's a 6. That's a 1. That's a 1. That's a 6. 6 lives up there. This isn't 1 anymore. So now, okay, oh, it's so near. The low digit in this little section is a 3. So these digits are made up of 3, 8, and 9, and the 7 is in one of those 2 squares in row 4. 3 can only be next to 8 and 9 on whispers. If that's 3, this isn't 6. Okay. Let me cogitate again. If this, no, that's okay. One of these. Oh, okay. Yes. Look, 7 is on this whisper, so one of those is 7. Don't know which one, but 7 must be next to 2 or 1. So this cannot be a 3. So that's a 2. So now 2 is in one of those squares. That's so nasty. Oh dear. Oh, that can't be 9. I've just seen. One of these is 7. 3 has to be in these squares. 3 has to be in these squares. Can that be 3? That would be a 6. Possibly. This is classic codec. It's so tightly bound. Now, Oh, codec, what do I do now? One of these is, I'm going to pencil mark that there's a 7 in one of those. These are from 3, 8 and 9. See, that's actually useful doing that. Because look, I've got a 3, 8, 9 triple here, which I didn't notice until I pencil marked it. So these are 2 and 6 in the column. It doesn't do anything, but it was sort of interesting. These are 1, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm going to pencil mark it as well. 1, 7, 8, 9. 1, 7, 8 come out of these squares. This is definitely not 1, 2, 6. Oh dear. I'm sure that I can work out the polarity of this line somehow. I just need to work it out. Come on, Simon. If that was a 2, that would be a 3, this would be a 1. Why doesn't that work? Oh, these would be 7, 8. That's the version I think is right, because that worked so nicely when I was trying to work it out before. So if that's true, there must be a reason that those can't be high. This would be a 2, 3 pair. That would be a 3. This. Oh, that doesn't work. There you go. Yes, it's this digit, isn't it? If the polarity was such that this was low, which low digit would we put into this square? And the 3 seems to have to be up there, and that's true by row 4's logic. So it can't be low. This has to be high. And therefore those 2 are high, and neither can be 6 and neither can be 9. So this is 8. This is 7. This is 7. That's 3. So this is now a 7, 9 pair. This has to be a 1, 2 pair. We know the order. Okay, so what are those? 6 and 9. The 3 does some Sudoku nonsense down here. Look, there's a 2 up here. There's a 2 X-wing, so one of these is a 2. 2 is now not on this. So it's not 2, 4. Could it be 4, 8? Only in that order. Oh, it can't be 3. Actually, what is this? Actually, let's just pencil mark this column. Oh, Simon. You silly man. Right, this is an 8. Because it can't be 7 or 9. Sorry. That's 4. Well, that's... No, it doesn't quite resolve, but I think we're slowly getting there. 3 and 8. Oh, yeah, 8. 8. Oh, hang on. No. 3. It's 3 and 6, Simon. Okay. This is 1 and 2. Yeah, now I'm going to go back to the earlier question that I did wonder about. Where is 9 in that row? The answer is there. It can't go on a black dot, can it? So this becomes an 8. No 3 in the corner. This is now an 8. This is a 9. Those 2 squares are 3 and... No. 3 and 8. Oh, that's okay. 8, 3, 6, 6, 2... 2, 1. Yeah, 6, 3. 7, 1, apparently. Not sure I trust many of these. I'm not sure I trust any of this, but it seems to be working so far. 9 and 6. 6 and 5. What are those squares? There, one of them is a 1. 1 and 8. Oh dear, have I messed up this somehow? I've got horrible patterns in the middle. 2 and 3. Oh, the 4 is going to resolve. So the 4 is going to start a cascade. So I'm hoping that cascade is it's like the Victoria Falls rather than a little trickle over a dam. Let's see. So this 4, it's saying that's a 4, that's a 2, that's a 2, that's a 3. 3, 1, 1, 8. 8, 6. 779. I mean, if that works, that must be what a puzzle that is. That's really clever. That's really clever. Wow.
It's a very good solve. When you started that with 22 minutes left before our midnight, I thought, this is terrible, because this puzzle is not going to be done in half an hour, and you've done it in about half an hour. It's very good.
Goodness me, that was I mean, it's brilliant. It's so imaginative. What's this? How do you discover that? And this thing at the bottom, I think I could have seen that slightly better. It says OBS did disconnect, but it says it's reconnected. Okay. So hopefully it's back. Good night, Europe. F, is that fail? Is
to pay respects?
Oh, it's not. Simon's internet.
You surely remember that from the witness.
I just assume it's fail. Maybe it's F for froze. F for full screen. Huge respect. These constructors who made these puzzles for us, absolutely fabulous.
They're so good. Every single one of them that we've done on these streams, so good. There's only one that we didn't get to yet, sadly. Sorry, Florian.
Oh, it's Florian. Is he in chat?
No, I haven't seen him.
Okay, well, that's something. Hi, David. How are you? Kenneth's dad. Oh, Kenneth's dad. Did you do that incredible puzzle the other day? You did, didn't you? Diaresis, I think it was called.
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. We didn't have time to do a crossword today. I thought we could do that Ludwig one from The Guardian, but it's a bit late now.
I watched the first episode of Ludwig. It's excellent.
Mm-hmm. Right, we shall go to bed, do the crossword next time. Yeah, that's a good idea. Alex, thank you, and thanks to the other mods as well. I saw Riff Clown.
Yeah, thanks Riff Clown. He worked very hard when I messed up my puzzle.
You're all stars. And
I think that's Maverick. Questionable compensation. Good clue.
And yeah, we'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully. Please drop a like on
see you on the channel.
Like on the video if you do like it. That would be great. See you soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.